Now we might have talked about this one a while back. It was about a Danish artist who submitted empty frames as artwork to a Danish thingamajigger. And
a famous artist, you said?
No, a Danish artist.
Oh.
And this person pocketed large sums of money lent to him by the museum and submitted empty frames of his artwork.
Wow.
And labeled it "Take the Money and Run."
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Art scams.
Art.
What did you guys think of it at that time? Recall that, please.
I thought it was great. Made money. Take it, run. Good job.
Good business model.
Anybody else?
I'd never heard of that.
I'm not familiar with the story.
Okay, basically it's one of those somebody gets commissioned to kind of submit, so they're lent money in order to like create some sort of like giant canvas. This person thinks that they're like a very, very edgy artist by giving back empty frames, like basically nothing on the canvas.
They get paid.
And then they call it, take the money and run.
That is the art.
Yeah, that is art. But obviously at the same time, in a very abstract way, if it creates conversation, we're here on the other side of the world talking about it, like, is it not art? Is that not?
That's kind of like Banksy, right? Like the thing just destroys itself.
Yeah.
Basically, that was art, though.
That's art.
Who are you to say what is and isn't art?
Exactly.
It's objective.
Go ahead, explain yourself.
No, that's it. That's all I know.
Okay. And there was some genius behind that, because that was planned to a point where, like, at an auction, there was like a real time, like there's an audience to it. This isn't just like scamming the person who like lent you the money from the museum.
This seems lazy.
Well, now that particular artist has been ordered to repay the museum after submitting these empty frames.
Oh shit!
By an official court.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, roughly $49,500 was loaned to him from the museum's coffers to recreate his work, and now he's got to pay it back under court order.
How much? 40-something thousand?
$49,000.
Damn.
Imagine that.
So he has to get the money and return is his new art piece.
So
he should do something cool as fuck.
Some of these art people, dude, are funny, huh? Does he do other art pieces?
I mean, he has to, because like imagine like to even get that loan from a museum, you're probably already like in some way,
He should probably just like tape a banana to a canvas and send like multiples of those.
I feel like when you're the first to do anything like that, it's like, all right, fuck it, you got it. But
just make the banana pink, like.
He shouldn't have made it blank. He should have just wrote on it, "Take the money and run." At least it would have been some type of
I thought he could just write art.
Like, and then people would go, because if it's blank, you're like, I'm not going to a fucking museum blank. But if it says "Take the money and run," like, that's like an Instagram, that's like a picturable thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's a story behind it.
He could have.
Now, the exhibition of this actually ran from September 2021 to January 2022, and the museum ultimately did hang the frames, but demanded that he repay the commission. So, I mean, in one weird sense, they did hang it up, and it's, again, it still sparked conversation. So
they came out on top.
There's an element of...
It was still used.
If they use that shit, he is not paying that money back.
Yeah, they used it.
That's ridiculous.
It's true.
Because the art, someone could argue that the art was the conversation around it.
And that got way more conversation than any piece probably would have gotten that he painted.
Well, also, technically, it was a loan.
A loan?
Initially.
Like an advance?
Yeah, I guess like a loan. I guess like
here, borrow some money?
Borrow some money, do something, and then when the museum receives money back after like the what's it called?
It's not a service.
Yeah.
It was a commission to do something with the money to create something?
Yeah, and then once the art exhibit gets their money back, I guess.
So they didn't get their money back?
I don't know how museums work.
Dude, museums are fucking scams, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, museums are fucking scams,
just
dude.
like airlines.
Yeah,
like
airlines,
Delta.
fuck airlines and fuck museums, dude. And I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah,
They're good write-offs. Like you put, like, let's say you put your art in, and then you'll be like, or let's say like you're rich, right? You bought like a Rembrandt or whatever for like 20 million or whatever, right? And then you go Smithsonian or
you
whatever.
loan it to the museum, right?
Yeah, you loan it to them.
So how does the money work on that sense then as a write-off?
So you're donating them. You go.
So it's a write-off?
So the fee to borrow my art is $2 million a year or whatever, right? That's my fee. And then the museum goes,
That'd be income?
yes, but you know what? I'm not gonna charge you this $2 million. I'm gonna donate that fee and then they'll, have the art there. And then people can come see the Rembrandt or whatever, and then you get a personal income write-off.
Fucking business guy over here.
See?
You look like a guy that would own a museum. You kind of do. Doesn't he?
More like the metal trinket museum. Mine. I'm the bottle cap museum guy.
Yeah. Now you could go either way. You could be very low class or very high class.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Kanye homeless.
Right. Like Rick Rubin.
Yeah, you have Rick Rubin vibes.
Yeah.
I just went to the Getty Villa in Malibu, and it's like a pretty
Pacific
popular.
Palisades.
Oh, I love the Getty.
It's cool.
It's fucking
But
cool.
then there's certain things that I was like, what the fuck is this? And some of it is like they'll have a bust of a person, and then on the description, this is what I had beef with, and it was like tons of them. It was like all across the museum, and it's some guy's head, and it says statue of man, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the description, and the description is like 50 different words saying this is a sculpture of a man in the Greek times.
Is
And
it a
you go,
special man?
No.
I said this like 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, and I go, okay, what's over here? And then the other one.
is that was like excavated from like an ancient.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, but-
That's the cool part. But fucking make up something, dude. Sell me on something, right? The next one is a girl, and it says a bust of a woman, possibly like Megan or something. That's what the name was. And you're like,
Yeah,
who the fuck is Megan,
But
dude?
the issue I have with that, because I went to Greece and I did that, and they made it in like 2018. I'm like, I came here to see ancient shit. You know what I mean? I flew to Greece to let me see some old Greek shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It was made recently.
So those ones
Yeah.
were like something BC or AD, which is cool.
I like that.
Right? But also too, it's
Ancient shit.
like, fucking make up a story about
Oh, so yours were old ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Dude, I went to a Greek
He's like,
museum,
I have beef with this.
and it
No, it's
literally
cool.
was like
It's
horses
cool.
made like a year ago. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this?
Was it a good looking horse?
It looked cool. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it fucking looks hard to make. I respect it.
And then they have other statues of like Hercules with like a fucking, a club and like a lion and shit. And you're like, oh, this is fucking cool. But then
love
there's like a
museums.
bust of a guy. It's just a bust of man. And there's like hundreds of them all across the fucking, the Getty Villa. And you're like, okay.
I think statues were so much cooler back in the day because you had to go like that. Now you just like put it in a thing and it goes
and it's 3D printer.
and then it comes out and it's perfect.
Yeah.
So there's no novelty.
People back then though, if they were seeing the, they'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We're like, boring, seen it.
We're out of jobs.
Or like
Yeah.
the medieval books. Have you seen those at the Getty? That shit's crazy.
Which one, the Getty Center or the Getty Villa?
They're like fucking made in 200 AD or some shit like
Oh, yeah.
all ancient, right? And you're just like, what the fuck? This is what they used to read.
But it's the actual.
It's the actual book.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the actual, yeah.
And then they have these little tombs.
It looks
and
like
the
the
people
kids-
are like this fucking big, dude. People are tiny. Bro.
They were small.
Why were they so small?
Just fucking food, probably.
Nutrients, bro. Nutrients.
You ever been to the Army Museum in Paris?
Yeah.
And you see the soldiers' uniforms, and
They're
the
like
shoulders
kids.
are literally like this.
Whoa.
You're like, holy fuck.
But
And even
what
the
if-
armor that goes around them are like this.
What if they were kids? Because like if they were 16-year-old soldiers, right?
Yeah, especially if they die when
big.
they're like 25, yeah.
And they weren't drinking like fucking milk, whole milk, the way we do now. You know.
Fair life.
Yeah,
That's for
they
sure.
shit.
You think they were fucking? Yeah, you think they were having barbell brigade protein, dude? I don't think so, dude.
They're not.
got
They're,
you, bro.
Yeah,
those
I love
those
you.
kids are definitely not hitting their protein intake.
You can say ching chong anytime you want to.
I can? Thank God! I've been waiting. That's the whole reason I came today, to get my pass!
You got it, bud.
Yes!
That's it.
Hey, no, dude, I'm good, I'm good now. I'll say it when I get home or in the car. The second I close the door in the car.
Anybody got like a favorite museum or like a piece that they've seen in a museum?
I'd have to say that Napoleon's War Museum
That's
in
pretty
Paris
cool.
was pretty freaking sick.
That'd be tight.
Because you see, like, you see what things, like, the purpose of what things are for instead of, like, an abstract idea. Like, there's this one where it's, like, a revolver, but, like, they're just stupid back then. So it was like imagine a 10-foot revolver where you have a guy shooting and then there's another guy holding it like this. You're like, okay, I kind of get the point, but it's cool to see how things evolve, you know?
Yeah.
Versus, like, man or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sculpture of man. You're like, okay, that's fine, but why is this here?
I gotta say, I was pretty let down by the Mona Lisa.
Really?
It's so small, huh?
Yeah.
There's way crazier paintings around us.
And especially the way that it's just portrayed in the history books as a kid, your imagination is so wild about like one of the most glorious fucking paintings of all time. You go there and there's like 100 people and everybody's trying to scramble to get to the front. And you're like, where's this thing?
And it's like this small?
Yeah, it's like this big behind like a fucking 3-inch bulletproof glass.
That's a woman and she's just like a 6, and you're like, what?
6.
Six, dude? I'll give her dude. I'll give Mona a 6, dude.
It might be like a 4, I think.
And that was like the hottest girl at the
If you're
time.
in Paris, you're on vacation, a 4 is a 6. You always up it too.
Maybe that's just her no makeup. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
her no makeup, different outfit. It might
Which
be
was
a-
like maybe a huge, like very John Mayer-ish at the time. you know what I mean?
Sweatpants, hair tied, chiller with no makeup on.
She got a crazy forehead though. you know?
Yeah, it looks like she's balding.
Five-head, huh?
Maybe even
But then
6.
you look around, right? They have those massive paintings, like the size of a wall,
Yeah, those are
and it's
cool.
like super grandiose, and it's like the royal family with
Tons of
their
shit going
fucking
on in there.
dog, and like there's like a lady showing her fucking titty, and it's like grapes and shit. Like it's crazy. Yeah, I think that was more like, wow, look at that.
If I go back to the Louvre, I'm going back with roller skates.
What's the Louvre? It's a museum?
Yeah, in Paris, it's fucking huge, and if you're just on foot, you can't see everything in one day.
really? Can you
Yeah.
No, he can't.
Oh, you can't? Damn it.
He's like, dude, I'm going back with a longboard.
I'm gonna shred the Louvre.
You gotta take like the segways away from the mall cop type people. there.
Oh yeah.
I think they did a mathematical calculation. If you spend like 5 seconds per picture, it's gonna take at least 3 days.
For real?
Yeah.
That big?
It's like this, like that per like exhibit.
Because there's like huge halls here, there's huge halls there, there's huge halls there.
Even more than museums, though, what I like are like castles and like
Those are
Yes,
cool.
I just saw one in Scotland. It was the coolest shit ever.
Scottish castle. You know, you could buy one, dude, and it's fucking crazy. You could get it for like $500,000.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? A castle,
dude. Don't be a pussy.
Still don't want one.
for a Las Vegas price.
But what if you want Chick-fil-A? Is there Chick-fil-A close to the castle?
Yeah.
There's no Uber Eats out there. Damn it.
I feel like if you pay like a couple mil, then you're getting a castle close to the city.
Oh.
But if you pay like $500,000, you get a castle, but it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, no moat though.
You got nothing but sheep.
You gotta add
Amazon gonna reach you?
Sold separately.
You gotta
If you
install
want a
that later.
moat, 200,000 extra.
Yeah. And that's just
I
for
was
the digging.
mind blown how cheap it is. I was like, under $1 million, you can get a castle.
That is pretty
I went
crazy.
to the castle. It was called Blackness Castle, and I went to it. And I was like, it was cool, but like it was for prisoners. And I'm like, I wanted to see
for prisoners.
Yeah, I was like, I want to see the dope. Like,
I want to
where's?
see the tight shit.
Yeah, where's the fucking? I went to the one, and it was for fucking prisoners. I was like, this is
Boring.
Yeah,
Depressing.
yeah.
You went to the Night Watch, man. You didn't even go to the Lannisters' night.
It was
You
the
know?
one that was the closest to me. I was like,